When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Marcus Aurelius. Every morning is a gift, a chance to start fresh, to make decisions that will shape your entire day. Yet, how many of us wake up, hit the snooze button, rush through the morning routine, and end up feeling like we've already lost control before the day even begins? It's so easy to get caught in a cycle of rushing through our mornings, letting the day dictate our actions instead of us intentionally setting the tone for what lies ahead. But what if you could break that cycle? What if you could wake up every morning with a sense of purpose, clarity, and energy, ready to take on whatever challenges come your way? The truth is, the way you start your morning can completely transform your day and ultimately your life. In today's episode, we'll explore 10 powerful steps to start your morning and own your day. These steps are designed to create momentum, boost your energy, and set you on the path to success, one morning at a time. But before we jump into those steps, let's start with a story that illustrates the power of a well-designed morning routine. Meet Jake. Jake had always struggled to get out of bed. He'd hit the snooze button multiple times, drag himself out of bed, and barely have enough time to grab a cup of coffee before he rushed out the door. His mornings were chaotic, leaving him feeling drained, stressed, and unproductive before his day even started. Jake's daily routine was reactive, and he felt like he was constantly playing catch-up. One day, after another stressful morning, Jake decided enough was enough. He read about the importance of a morning routine and how it could shape the rest of the day. Inspired, he committed to waking up 30 minutes earlier, focusing on small, intentional changes that would make him feel more in control. The first change he made was simple. He stopped hitting snooze. Instead of dreading the morning, he made it a habit to get up as soon as the alarm rang, setting the tone for the rest of his day. Over the next few weeks, Jake made a few more small changes, drinking water first thing, stretching, and writing down his goals. Slowly, he started to feel a shift in his mindset and energy. By the time Jake fully implemented these 10 steps, he was waking up with a sense of excitement and clarity. His productivity skyrocketed, and so did his confidence. What had once been a chaotic morning became a time of growth, focus, and empowerment. The lesson from Jake's story is clear. How you start your morning matters. A structured, purposeful morning routine doesn't just set you up for success. It allows you to take control of your day and your life. So, let's dive into these 10 steps to start your morning and own your day, beginning with the first step you can take tomorrow to begin transforming your mornings and your life. 1. Wake up at the same time. Every day, build consistency. How often have you woken up late, feeling rushed and immediately behind? Maybe you scrambled to get ready, skipped breakfast, and started your day on a stressed note. It's all too common. And what do we often do the next day? We repeat the same cycle. We hit snooze, we fall behind, and we wonder why we can't get a grip on our mornings. But what if you could change all of that by simply making one powerful shift? What if you decided to wake up at the same time every single day, regardless of what's on your agenda? Consistency is key, and the first step to mastering your mornings is waking up at the same time each day. This simple act sets your internal clock, making it easier for your body and mind to get into a rhythm. No more rushing or scrambling. When you wake up at the same time each day, your body begins to know what to expect. You'll feel more energized, focused, and prepared for whatever comes your way. This consistency isn't just about time, it's about building discipline. Waking up at the same time every day creates a sense of control, a small win before your day even begins. The best part, you get to make this decision. You take charge of your first choice of the day, and that sets the tone for everything that follows. Think about it. How many times have you woken up late, felt behind, and let that sense of chaos affect your entire day? It's easy to fall into the trap of letting external factors control how we feel, but waking up at the same time every day is an act of self-discipline. It's a commitment to yourself that you're in control of your time, not the other way around. The Stoics understood the importance of discipline in daily life. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." But how can you manage your thoughts if you can't even manage your first decision of the day? By setting the foundation with a consistent wake-up time, you allow yourself to focus on the right things from the moment you open your eyes. Here's the key. No matter what time you wake up, the important part is that you stick to it. It doesn't have to be extreme. It just has to be consistent. Try waking up at the same time every day for a week and see how it feels. How does your energy change? How does your mindset shift when you start your day on your terms? Consistency creates a ripple effect. Once you master this simple practice, you'll begin to notice the difference in how you approach the rest of your day. It all starts with that first decision, that first action, to wake up at the same time every day. 2. Hydrate first thing. Fuel your body. How many mornings have you woken up feeling sluggish, drained, or foggy, despite getting enough sleep? It's a common experience, and it often happens because we've neglected one of the most essential things our body craves first thing in the morning: hydration. We've all heard the importance of drinking water, but how often do we actually follow through when we wake up? The reality is that after hours of sleep, your body is dehydrated and needs replenishment. When we sleep, we lose water through our breath and sweat. Without proper hydration, our brains function at a lower capacity, our energy levels dip, and our metabolism slows down. By simply drinking a glass of water as soon as you wake up, you can kickstart your day with energy, mental clarity, and a boosted metabolism. It's a small act that can have a massive impact on how you feel throughout the day. Water is the first fuel your body needs, and it's incredibly powerful for restoring your mind and body to full capacity. Think about it. Every time you wake up and reach for your phone, a coffee, or skip drinking water altogether, you're neglecting one of the simplest yet most effective ways to energize your body. We often reach for caffeine or sugary drinks, hoping to wake ourselves up. But the truth is that hydration is the key to fueling our bodies properly. Drinking water first thing in the morning helps flush out toxins, jumpstart your digestive system, and get your body moving. When you hydrate right away, you're sending a signal to your brain that it's time to start the day with clarity and focus. This small, early action can make a huge difference in how your body responds to the day's demands. The benefits don't end there. Hydrating in the morning also helps to regulate your metabolism, which in turn aids in digestion and keeps your energy levels stable throughout the day. When you're hydrated, you're not only giving your body the basic fuel it needs to function, but also setting a solid foundation for the rest of the day. The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, emphasized the importance of self-care and maintaining a healthy body. He said, "Take care to get what you like, or you will be forced to like what you get." When you prioritize your body's needs, starting with hydration, you're taking control of your health and setting the stage for better decision-making, focus, and energy. So, how do you incorporate this into your routine? The best way is to make hydration a non-negotiable part of your morning ritual. Place a glass of water by your bedside, or better yet, fill up a bottle the night before. As soon as you wake up, drink it, before you check your phone, before you even think about your morning coffee. Let hydration be your first action of the day. And don't just stop there. Keep drinking water throughout the day. You'll feel more energized, sharper, and ready to tackle whatever comes your way. Small, consistent actions, like drinking water first thing in the morning, add up to big changes in your overall health and well-being. Hydrate your body, fuel your mind, and set the tone for the day ahead. 3. Move your body. Activate your energy. How many times have you woken up feeling stiff, tired, or just lacking the energy to tackle the day ahead? It's a common struggle, especially when we spend hours lying in bed, not moving. While we sleep, our muscles stiffen, our circulation slows, and our bodies enter a state of rest. This is completely natural, but it doesn't mean we have to start our day feeling sluggish. The secret: move your body. Even just a few minutes of light exercise, stretching, yoga, or a short walk can wake up your body, boost your energy levels, and prepare you for the day ahead. Moving your body in the morning isn't just about fitness or burning calories. It's about activating your physical and mental energy in a way that gets your mind sharp and your body ready to take on the world. When you make movement a part of your morning routine, you're not just stretching your limbs, you're stretching your potential. Think of your body as an engine. When it's turned off and idle, it's sluggish and inefficient. But when you get the engine running, everything works more smoothly. Blood starts flowing, muscles loosen up, and your body's energy levels surge. This activation also stimulates your brain, helping to improve focus, creativity, and even mood. But don't worry, you don't have to commit to an hour-long workout every morning to see the benefits. Just 5 to 10 minutes of light movement is enough to get your body energized. You don't need to do anything intense. Start with something simple. Stretching, yoga poses, or even a brisk walk around the block can work wonders. These simple actions give you the boost you need to start the day with purpose, not drag yourself through it. The best part? It doesn't matter if you're a morning person or not. The body thrives on routine. When you make morning movement a habit, your body begins to expect it, and the energy it creates will become a natural part of your waking routine. You might be surprised by how much more awake and alert you feel after just a few minutes of stretching or light exercise. The Stoics, who valued the harmony between mind and body, understood that a healthy body supports a healthy mind. Marcus Aurelius himself, though a philosopher and emperor, didn't neglect his physical health. He believed in the importance of keeping his body in shape so he could be mentally clear and focused. In his meditations, he often reflected on how physical health could contribute to the mental clarity and discipline needed to lead and live well. So, how can you make this a part of your morning routine? Start small. When you wake up, don't rush to check your phone or dive straight into your day. Instead, take a few minutes to stretch, do some yoga, or even go for a quick walk outside. You'll notice the difference it makes in how you feel, both physically and mentally. The added bonus is that when you move in the morning, you're giving yourself permission to take care of yourself, to start your day with intention, and to step into your power. The more consistent you are, the more natural it will feel, and soon enough, it'll become a non-negotiable part of your morning routine. You'll feel more energetic, focused, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. 4. Embrace a moment of silence. Clear your mind. How often do you wake up already thinking about everything you need to do? From the moment you open your eyes, it's as if your mind is racing with tasks, emails, meetings, and responsibilities. The constant noise of the world can overwhelm us before we even get out of bed. But here's the truth. If you don't take a moment to center yourself in the morning, the noise will follow you throughout the day. Embracing a moment of silence, just 1 or 2 minutes of stillness, can dramatically change how you approach your day. This practice allows you to create mental clarity, reduce stress, and set a peaceful tone before the chaos begins. It's not about emptying your mind completely, but about pausing to regain control, clear away the clutter, and ground yourself in the present moment. Think about your mind as a snow globe. When it's shaken up, everything is scattered and unclear. But when you take a moment of stillness, it's like letting the snow settle. You gain clarity, focus, and a sense of peace that helps you approach everything else with a calm and steady mindset. Spending just a minute or two in silence can be as simple as focusing on your breath, closing your eyes, and taking a few deep, mindful breaths. Or you could choose to reflect on your intentions for the day ahead, silently setting your goals and reaffirming your purpose. This moment of silence isn't about doing nothing. It's about creating a mental space that will allow you to act with intention throughout the rest of your day. Many people, especially in today's fast-paced world, find themselves rushing from one task to the next, rarely taking time to pause. But here's where the Stoics offer us wisdom. The philosopher Seneca believed that taking moments of stillness was essential for cultivating inner peace and focus. He said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. By taking a few minutes of silence, you allow yourself to silence the noise in your mind, preventing it from overwhelming you before the day even begins." In the midst of the hustle and bustle, these moments of silence are a powerful tool. They're your opportunity to reset, to calm your thoughts, and to establish a clear direction. Without them, it's easy to feel scattered, anxious, or reactive. But with silence, you find the space to be intentional in your thoughts and actions. The practice doesn't have to be complicated or long. You don't need to meditate for an hour. Just 1 or 2 minutes can work wonders. Find a quiet spot, take a deep breath, and let your mind slow down. Whether you choose to focus on your breathing, repeat an affirmation, or reflect on your goals, this brief moment of stillness can set the tone for your entire day. Incorporating this simple habit into your morning routine can help you approach your day with a sense of clarity, purpose, and calm. When you take time to clear your mind before the noise starts, you regain control of your thoughts, your energy, and your actions. 5. Write down your top 3 priorities. Stay focused. How many times have you sat down at your desk, ready to work, only to feel overwhelmed by the sheer number of things on your to-do list? Tasks, emails, calls, they all seem urgent, but in the end, nothing gets done with the kind of focus or attention it deserves. We've all been there. The constant shifting from one task to another, trying to juggle multiple things at once, and still feeling like we're getting nowhere. But what if you could change all that? What if, instead of a long list of everything you think you need to do, you focused on the 3 most important tasks of the day, the ones that will actually move you closer to your goals? Writing down your top 3 priorities every morning can be a game changer. It's about simplifying your focus and giving yourself permission to say no to everything else that isn't aligned with what truly matters. The beauty of this practice is in its simplicity. Instead of getting lost in an endless list of tasks, you focus on what's most important, ensuring that you spend your time and energy where it will make the most impact. This practice forces you to ask yourself one critical question each morning. What are the 3 most important things I need to accomplish today? It doesn't matter if the tasks are big or small. What matters is that they are the ones that will move the needle. Whether it's making progress on a long-term project, handling a pressing issue, or taking steps toward a personal goal, these 3 tasks should be the ones that align with your deeper purpose. By writing them down, you create a visual reminder of what matters. This acts as a guide for the day, keeping you on track and preventing you from getting sidetracked by distractions. The act of writing itself solidifies your commitment, helping you to prioritize and reinforcing the mindset that today is about progress, not just activity. The Stoics often reflected on the importance of focusing on what is within our control. Seneca, in particular, wrote about how life can easily be wasted on trivialities. He said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." When you focus on just 3 priorities, you're making sure that you're using your time wisely, investing it into what will bring the most value, and ensuring that you're working toward what truly matters. There's another powerful benefit to writing down your top 3 priorities. It reduces the mental clutter. When we have a million things to do, our minds can become overwhelmed, and we end up doing nothing effectively. But when we focus on just 3 key priorities, we give ourselves permission to ignore the rest for now. We clear the mental fog, allowing us to approach each task with full attention and energy. Take a few moments each morning to jot down your top 3 priorities. Be specific, be intentional, and make sure they are things that will make a real difference. Then, as you go through your day, keep them front and center. They'll be your guide, helping you to stay focused, organized, and driven. By making this a consistent habit, you'll notice that you start accomplishing more with less effort. You'll feel more in control of your time, your energy, and your actions, and you'll see the cumulative results of working on your priorities each day. 6. Read or listen to something inspiring. Feed your mind. Have you ever noticed how the first few moments of your morning can set the tone for the rest of your day? The thoughts you wake up with often shape your mindset and, in turn, influence your actions. But here's the question: what are you feeding your mind when you first wake up? Is it positivity, motivation, or inspiration? Or is it the constant stream of emails, social media, and news that floods your mind with stress and distraction? One of the most powerful ways to start your morning on a positive note is by feeding your mind something inspiring. Whether it's reading a page from an inspiring book, listening to a motivational podcast, or watching an uplifting video, starting your day with something that feeds your soul can give you the mental clarity and drive you need to take on the challenges ahead. This isn't just about filling your head with random content. It's about intentionally choosing what you expose yourself to, especially in the morning. What we consume, whether it's the media we watch, the news we listen to, or the books we read, has a direct impact on how we feel and think. Starting your day with inspiration helps prime your brain to focus on what's positive, what's possible, and what's productive. Think about it this way. When you wake up and dive straight into your phone, the first things you see are often stressful. Emails, social media updates, news articles that may be negative or overwhelming. This can create a sense of urgency and stress that sticks with you throughout the day. But when you begin your morning with something uplifting, you start the day with a more positive and focused mindset. The Stoics were known for their constant reflection and their pursuit of wisdom. They understood the importance of feeding the mind with the right thoughts, ideas, and philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, for example, started his day with self-reflection and reminders of his values. He said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In other words, if you want to lead a meaningful, productive life, you need to cultivate the right thoughts, and that starts with what you feed your mind in the morning. Start small. Set aside 5 to 10 minutes each morning to read a few pages from an inspiring book or listen to a short podcast that motivates you. Choose something that aligns with your goals, your values, and your growth. Whether it's a Stoic text, a personal development book, or a podcast that sparks creativity, make sure it's something that empowers you to step into your day with intention. This morning ritual isn't just about consuming information. It's about setting the tone for your mindset, encouraging positivity, and building resilience. Over time, these small moments of inspiration will compound, and you'll find that your mind becomes stronger, more focused, and more prepared to tackle whatever challenges come your way. So, tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone or check your email, take a moment to feed your mind with something that inspires you. Let it be the fuel that propels you forward into your day, ready to take on whatever comes your way with clarity, confidence, and purpose. 7. Create a morning mantra. Speak your power. How many times have you woken up feeling uncertain about what the day will bring? Maybe you've faced moments of doubt, lack of motivation, or a sense of overwhelm before even starting your tasks. These negative thoughts can set the tone for your entire day, affecting how you approach everything from your work to your relationships. But what if you could change that by simply speaking empowering words to yourself? Creating a morning mantra is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to shift your mindset. A mantra is a phrase or affirmation that you say to yourself regularly to help cultivate a positive, focused, and resilient mindset. When you wake up, before you get lost in your thoughts or start your tasks, take a moment to speak words that set the tone for success and empower you for the day ahead. A morning mantra is more than just a positive quote. It's a statement of intention. It's something you say to center yourself and align your mind with your goals. For example, you might say, "I am capable of handling whatever comes my way today," or "Today, I choose progress over perfection." These affirmations help remind you of your strength, your purpose, and your ability to face challenges head-on. The power of a mantra lies in its simplicity and repetition. When you speak positive affirmations every morning, you begin to shift your internal dialogue from one of doubt to one of confidence and purpose. Over time, these affirmations build a resilient mindset that empowers you to overcome obstacles and stay focused on your goals. The Stoics understood the power of words, especially when it came to shaping our thoughts. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, often reminded himself of his purpose and the mindset he needed to cultivate to face the challenges of the day. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." A morning mantra is your way of asserting control over your mind, allowing you to choose how you react to the world around you. So, how do you start creating your own morning mantra? It's simple. Choose a phrase that resonates with you and speaks to your strengths, values, or the mindset you want to cultivate. Make it something that empowers you to face the day with confidence and clarity. You can keep it short and specific, like "I am focused and resilient," or something more expansive like "Today, I embrace challenges and grow through them." Speak this mantra out loud or even in your mind as soon as you wake up. Repeat it several times to let the words sink in, allowing them to guide your thoughts and actions throughout the day. This small but powerful practice can set the stage for a more positive, productive, and fulfilling day. Remember, words are powerful. They shape your thoughts, your actions, and your reality. By starting your day with a mantra, you're reminding yourself of your inner strength and setting yourself up for success. 8. Start with your toughest task. Build momentum. How many times have you looked at your to-do list in the morning, seen a task that seems daunting, and immediately put it off? You know it's important, but it feels overwhelming, so you push it to the bottom of the list, hoping that maybe later you'll feel more prepared to tackle it. But that later rarely comes, and the task just hangs over you, causing stress and mental clutter throughout the day. One of the most effective ways to regain control of your day and build momentum is to tackle your toughest task first. It's a strategy known as eating the frog, a term popularized by author Brian Tracy. The idea is simple. The hardest, most important task of the day is usually the one we most want to avoid. But if you do it first, you gain a sense of accomplishment, and the rest of the day feels easier and more manageable. Think about it. How often do you leave the most difficult tasks until the end of the day, only to find that you're too tired, distracted, or demotivated to give them the attention they deserve? By the time you get to that tough task, it feels like a burden, and you end up putting it off again. But when you tackle it first thing, you not only make progress on something important, but you also set a positive tone for the rest of your day. When you start your day with your toughest task, you're essentially building momentum. You prove to yourself that you're capable of handling whatever challenges come your way. You also reduce the mental burden of knowing that difficult task is still waiting for you. Instead of it looming over you, taking up valuable mental space, you've already checked it off and can focus on the rest of your tasks with a clear mind. The Stoics practiced a similar philosophy of doing what's difficult first. They understood that discomfort and difficulty are often the best teachers. Seneca, in his writings, talks about the importance of choosing the path that leads to growth, even when it's not the easiest. He believed that facing hardship head-on is essential for personal development, and that by doing so, we grow stronger and more capable. Starting with your toughest task also helps you overcome procrastination. Often, we procrastinate not because we're lazy, but because we're anxious about the difficulty of a task. By taking action early, you break the cycle of avoidance and start your day with a sense of accomplishment and control. You're no longer controlled by your fears or doubts. You're in charge of your day, and you've already shown yourself that you can handle whatever comes next. So, how can you start? Look at your to-do list in the morning and identify the task that feels the heaviest, the one that you've been avoiding the most. That's your frog. Make a commitment to tackle it first, no matter how much you want to put it off. Break it down into smaller steps if necessary, but get started. Once you finish, you'll be amazed at how much lighter and more focused you feel for the rest of your day. By eating the frog first, you not only make the rest of your day more productive, you also create a sense of momentum that will carry you through all of the other tasks with ease. 9. Add a creative spark. Unlock your potential. How often do you begin your day thinking about the tasks ahead, the emails to respond to, and the meetings to attend, without taking a moment to feed your creativity? We live in a world that values productivity and efficiency, but too often We overlook the importance of nurturing our creative side. However, creativity isn't just for artists. It's essential for problem-solving, innovation, and personal growth. And the good news is, you don't need to set aside hours of your day to unleash it. Adding a small burst of creative activity to your morning routine is a powerful way to unlock your potential and get your mind in a state of flow. It doesn't have to be a major creative endeavor. It could be as simple as jotting down a few ideas, sketching, brainstorming, or even writing in a journal. The point is to engage your mind in a way that isn't task-oriented or structured. This freedom to think outside the box can have a profound effect on your overall creativity and problem-solving skills throughout the day. Why is this important? Starting your morning with a creative spark sets the tone for your entire day. It helps you tap into new ways of thinking, challenges your brain to look at things from different angles, and allows you to bring fresh ideas into the more structured tasks you'll tackle later. The ability to think creatively is a vital skill in today's world, especially in a world that demands innovation and adaptability. The Stoics understood the importance of using their minds not just for rational thought, but for deep reflection and creativity. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, often reflected on his thoughts and ideas as a way of understanding himself and the world around him. While Stoicism is a philosophy grounded in discipline, it's also about using our minds to improve ourselves, and that includes thinking creatively. So, how can you start fostering creativity in your mornings? It's simple. Take just a few minutes each morning to engage in something creative. It could be writing down random thoughts or ideas that come to mind, sketching a picture, brainstorming a new project, or even working on a side hobby that fuels your imagination. The idea isn't to spend hours doing this, but to activate your creative brain early in the day. You'll be surprised by how much it helps you approach the rest of your tasks with a fresh perspective. The benefits of adding a creative spark are far-reaching. Not only will you feel more mentally agile and inspired, but you'll also set a positive, open-minded tone for the rest of the day. Creativity isn't just for artistic endeavors. It's about unlocking new ways of thinking and problem-solving that will serve you in all areas of life, from work to relationships to personal projects. Incorporating creativity into your morning routine doesn't need to be complicated or time-consuming. It's about taking a few minutes to explore new ideas and perspectives, allowing your mind to wander freely. Over time, this simple practice will have a profound impact on your productivity, mindset, and overall sense of fulfillment. 10. Step into the sunlight. Energize naturally. How many of us start the day stuck inside, surrounded by artificial light, sitting at a desk or staring at a screen? It's easy to get caught up in the cycle of indoor living, especially with busy mornings and endless tasks. But here's something powerful you might not realize. Stepping into natural sunlight for even just a minute can do wonders for your body and mind. Exposure to natural light, especially in the morning, helps regulate your body's internal clock and boosts your mood. It signals to your brain that it's time to wake up and be alert. It stimulates the production of serotonin, the feel-good hormone, and also helps your body produce vitamin D, which is essential for overall health. When you step outside or even just open the curtains to let in the morning sunlight, you're giving your body the natural energy it needs to start the day on the right foot. Think about it. When you wake up and step outside or face a window with natural light, you feel an immediate shift. The sunlight helps you shake off the grogginess, lifts your spirits, and prepares you for whatever challenges lie ahead. On the other hand, if you stay in a dimly lit room all morning, your body doesn't receive the signals it needs to fully wake up, which can leave you feeling sluggish and disconnected from the natural rhythms of the day. This small action doesn't take much time, but the benefits are significant. Taking a moment to stand in sunlight, breathe in the fresh air, and stretch your body naturally resets your internal rhythm. It's a reminder that we are part of the natural world, and we function better when we align ourselves with its cycles. The Stoics, although they didn't have the technology or modern conveniences we have today, understood the importance of nature in our well-being. They often spoke about connecting with nature to maintain mental clarity and physical strength. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reflected on the idea that nature is not only external, but also part of our essence, and that living in harmony with it brings peace and balance. So, how do you start incorporating this into your mornings? The next time you wake up, before you get caught up in the busyness of your day, take a moment to step into the sunlight. If you can, step outside for a few minutes. Let the sunlight hit your skin and take a few deep breaths. If stepping outside isn't an option, simply open the curtains and let the light flood into the room. Feel the difference it makes in your energy, mood, and clarity. Incorporating natural sunlight into your morning routine isn't just about getting some fresh air. It's about reconnecting with the natural world and tapping into its energizing benefits. You'll find that this simple practice has a profound impact on how you feel physically and mentally, setting the stage for a productive, positive day ahead. As we wrap up today's episode, remember this: your mornings are more than just a routine. They are the foundation of your day and ultimately of your life. The small decisions you make when you first wake up set the tone for everything that follows. If you start your day with intention, focus, and a sense of control, you'll find that the rest of the day falls into place more easily. By waking up at the same time each day, hydrating, moving your body, embracing silence, and following the other steps we discussed, you're not just preparing your body and mind for the day ahead, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. Every small, positive habit you integrate into your morning routine compounds over time, creating a life that is more intentional, fulfilling, and productive. The Stoics often emphasize the importance of living with purpose and discipline, and today's steps are a modern approach to their timeless wisdom. By implementing these habits into your mornings, you're choosing to live with intention, clarity, and control, just like the Stoics did. So, tomorrow morning, take one of these steps and put it into practice. Whether it's starting with a morning mantra, stepping into the sunlight, or tackling your hardest task first, remember that each small decision matters, and as you keep building these habits, you'll see how they transform your life, one morning at a time. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this episode helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with more practical tips and Stoic wisdom. Remember, your morning doesn't just set the tone for your day, it sets the tone for your future. Let's make it count.